Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NWA Powerrr Watch Along live coverage for Tiffany Nieves and Natalia Markova, hopefully in the main event, as well as the very last televised match of Jax Dane's career. May he rest in peace. We will be covering him out of respect, which is why this watch along is happening tonight. Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I am the He-Man, James the He-Man Hebert, and according to my calculations, he has just arrived on time, despite the fact that we're starting just slightly late, seconds late. Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams. How are you doing, good sir?
I am doing well. How about yourself, James?
I am doing good. Just got a little bit of a promo on Marie Shadow's Spaces. Dose, super fan of the NWA, was on there. So
Nice.
got to plug it to both of those audiences. So hopefully somebody from those spaces will come by and drop a like or a follow or just check us out. As I sent the link with Walter's link as well. So hopefully more subscribers for him. But yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, it should be a good show today. I watched the last 2 episodes last night, so I was all caught up on everything.
Yes. Yeah, I have unfortunately not been able to find the time because I was on 2 different spaces and the time I would have checked it out. So that was my bad. But it's worth the extra audience and eyes. So that's good at least. But hey, we're here now. So this is the best we're going to be able to do. I am familiar with Natalia Markova, so that's about as much as I'm familiar with, plus a few other people. So hopefully I won't do too much of a bad job.
Well, if you want to hit the share screen real quick, I've got the matches here we can kind of run through.
Yes.
There's the default graphic for tonight's episode. You kind of get to see the people there. You see Tiffany Nieves, Natalia Markova there, Thom Latimer in the center with the NWA Championship, the 10 pounds of gold, EC3, of course, over his shoulder there, and Kerry Morton in the back behind EC3. All of those people will be involved in tonight's show, of course. No idea what the order of the matches are going to be, but we got Joe Ocasio and Colby Corino, the son of Steve Corino, taking on Zyon and Magic Jake Dumas tonight. Not familiar with Joe Ocasio, but Colby Corino I've seen a few times. Like I said, obviously the son of Steve Corino. Zyon, seen a few times. Magic Jake Dumas really kind of impressed me the few times I've seen him in the ring. So this should be a fun tag team match, of course, to see and call here. Kerry Morton versus Connor Hazard Murphy. Don't really know a whole lot about what's going on here. Kerry Morton, of course, the son of Ricky Morton, the Rock and Roll Express.
Yep.
So I'm sure Ricky will be ringside somehow, some way to get involved and interject himself. That's the word I was looking for.
Right. There you go.
Thom Latimer, the NWA champion, will be in action against Tyler Franks in a non-title contest. On last week's episode, Billy Corgan came out and announced that at If Looks Could Kill, there would not just be one steel cage match, but there would be 2 steel cage matches. The second, of course, being Thom Latimer versus EC3. So I would not be surprised to see shenanigans afoot in this match. EC3 getting involved to help kind of further the storyline there. Speaking of EC3, we will hear from EC3 on this episode, who recently has gone heel. He has a masked stable with him who is being called the Exodus. Of course, Exodus Pro Wrestling is his NWA territory that he owns and operates. So hence the reference there of calling them the Exodus.
Well, it's better than control your narrative.
Possibly. I'm definitely getting an Aces and Eights vibe from them with the masks and everything in the all black. They're not wearing the biker vests, but
Okay.
they are wearing like ski masks, black ski masks, dressing in all black. So I kind of got an Aces and Eights vibe from them. We'll see what happens there, though.
That's actually interesting. I like the sound of that, to be honest.
You mentioned it, of course. Jax Dane passed away on Christmas Day. So this is his final match that'll be airing on NWA television, teaming with Baron von Storm, against Mims and Black Cheese.
Is that Baron von Storm? Is that Tim Storm?
Possibly, I'm not sure.
That's definitely Tim Storm. Oh my God, they changed his name on me. Okay, fair enough. Continue.
And then, like James said, what we're hoping will be the main event: Natalia Markova versus La Princesa, Tiffany Nieves.
Mm-hmm.
This is the reason we are here tonight, if we're being 100%.
Yes.
Because when we first heard about, and you can go ahead and remove the share screen now.
Yeah.
When we first heard that Natalia Markova and Tiffany Nieves were going to be competing in a steel cage at If Looks Could Kill, James and I were both like, we have to do that match, because James is a huge Markova guy.
Mm-hmm.
For obvious reasons. I mean, you could say it's a little column A, little column B. She is a fantastic worker in the ring.
Yes.
She's hella gorgeous.
Yes.
So
yes.
James is a huge Markova guy. I enjoy Markova.
Yes.
And then I am a huge La Princesa guy. I have been a Tiffany Nieves fan since I first discovered her in the NWA, watching Power on a regular basis, reviewing it. My love for her brought us to Mission Pro Wrestling, where we called La Princesa defending the title against Izzy Moreno last year at Summer 11. And then, now we've got this evolution of all that. So it's basically my female representation of the NWA versus his. They aren't advertising this match as the steel cage match.
Yes.
So
this is not. So I have.
It may be bad. It may be bad publicity.
Yes.
But I don't think it is. I think this match kind of sets up the steel cage match that we'll get in a few weeks, because why else would Billy Corgan be talking about what will be coming at If Looks Could Kill if this was If Looks Could Kill that we're doing right now?
Yeah.
I believe this was a TV taping that happened between Sam Hain 2, and I know I pronounced that wrong. I pronounced it the way it's spelled, God damn it. I can't get the funky pronunciation. But this, I'm assuming, is a taping that happened between that and If Looks Could Kill.
I can confirm that this is not the steel cage match. Talked to Dose. Dose is his NWA super fan. He kept up with it. This is building up to said steel cage match, but this is not in fact a steel cage match. So
okay, that's kind of what I was figuring too. But when I saw Tiffany Nieves post about this yesterday, I replied to it asking her, is this the steel cage match? And she hearted my post, but she didn't reply to it. So that kind of led me to believe that maybe it was going to be. Either way, don't care. It's Tiffany Nieves and Natalia Markova. It just means that we'll be back here in a few weeks when they announce the steel cage match is going to air for us to do it again. And if you had tuned in to the first episode from the taping that I sent you, there was actually a match. There was supposed to be an Elabration as the It Girls, Ella Envy, and forgive me for forgetting her partner's name. They were in the ring kind of celebrating becoming the tag champions.
Yeah.
Ella Envy took on two girls from Natalia Markova's NWA territory in like handicap action. Ella Envy was getting the upper hand. Markova came out to kind of defend her students' honor. And here came Tiffany Nieves with the Singapore cane, cracked Markova across the back, kind of leading up to this match here tonight. So it should still be a violent, brutal encounter from two great female representatives of the National Wrestling Alliance.
Yes, yes.
Steel cage or not, I am all about it.
I am too. I gotta tell you, like when we heard this match was going to be a thing, we already agreed that we're going to cover it. Now we're going to get to cover it double time. So pretty excited about this. And I'll tell you what else we're also excited about, JJ. We got a hell of a watch along schedule coming up as well. If you people are just tuning in for the very first time, this is not the only time we're going to be covering professional wrestling. We've been covering professional wrestling going on about 3 to 4 years now. I think about 4 years. And this year is loaded, and next year is looking to be even more loaded. So here is what's coming up on the watch along schedule here at the Simply Reliable Studios.
And now for a taste of things to come.
All the wrestling, the professional wrestling, damn it, and combat sports and other forms of contact sports. As you saw on that watch-along trailer, if you're new here, yes, NFC and AFC championship games covered by Statboy Mike and Walter Alex Cruz will be covered on the watch-along schedule as well. We will also be covering boxing and MMA events as well this year. So be on the lookout for those. Sydney, Australia is our next venture into combat sports. Myself and Walter Alex Cruz will be on the call for that. So we don't just do professional wrestling here, folks. We do all sorts of contact sports wherever we can find them. So there you go.
Yep. And it's not just mainstream wrestling either. We do independent federations as well. We've done MLW. We're going to be doing GCW this year.
Yep.
Mission Pro, if they start wrestling again, they took a hiatus last year.
Yep.
Just waiting for Thunder Rosa to kick it back into gear. We've got a promotion called VIP Wrestling. We're going to be covering at the end of the month as they look to crown their first ever women's champion. Izzy Moreno and Tiffany Nieves actually have a match on that show as well.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Jordan Grace is going to be part of that show. Probably in her last indie date, if we're being honest, because that show is January 31st. February 1st is the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Tessa Blanchard is going to be part of that show. Maya World is going to be part of that show.
Yep.
Rochelle Chanel, who was tag team champions in Mission Pro with one Ren Sinclair back when she was known as Maddie Rinkowski. She's going to be part of that show. So lots of good names in women's wrestling, independent wrestling are going to be part of that show. So we will be covering that as well. If you guys subscribe to Title Match Network, That's how you can watch that show.
Yep.
TitleMatchNetwork.com, $14.99 a month. We're not paid to promote it. I'm just letting y'all know. $14.99 a month. You can watch any independent wrestling show that they cover. Mission Pro, WrestleCade, Ladies Night Out,
Yep.
this Federation, bunch others. They've got shoot interviews with classic wrestlers. You can go back and watch any company that they cover. Their entire archive that is up there, you get access to. Great investment and a way to support independent pro wrestling.
Yep. And
especially women's wrestling, because
yeah,
God damn it,
100%.
Excuse my language here, but these bitches are more than fucking tits and ass.
Amen.
They are
Amen.
actually highly trained, well-skilled women's grapplers, and they deserve some fucking respect on their names.
Amen to that. And I'll also add, hopefully on the schedule, if, I don't know what Scott D'Amore's doing, but I'd love to cover an MLP show because that last one that they did was fantastic. So here's to hoping we'll get one more of those events before the rumors end up being true, if they end up being true, and he goes off to WWE, because I'd love to cover an MLP show. Thought the last one was excellent. And as far as this goes, Charles, I didn't even know that Evil Uno had a wrestling company. So that's news to me. But, hey, I'm down to check it out. I mean, we were down to check out MLW going in blind. We didn't really know much of what was going on because we hadn't tuned in for a while, and it ended up being a very fun time. So,
yeah,
hey, we'll definitely try anything once. You can't knock until you try it.
Yeah, to Charles's point, I don't know what Evil Uno's company is, but if we get the name of it and we figure out how we can watch it, whether it's through Triller, whether it's through Title Match Network, whether they do their shit live on YouTube for free, if we can figure out the name of it and a way to watch it that's convenient for everybody in the team, we're willing to give just about anything a shot at least once.
Yeah, exactly,
and me and James even discussed at one point when we did the MLW, at least give a Fed a 3 strikes you're out, type of scenario for it. Because if the first show sucks, maybe it was just a bad show. Maybe it wasn't the best town. Give it another try. But if it can't hook us by the third shot, 3 strikes, they're out. We're not doing it no more.
Yeah, fair dues. By the way, shout out Phil Marks. I don't even know if he's in the chat right now, but thank you for the like on our tweet. Much appreciated, brother. And yeah, man. Oh, is that what it's called? Mystery Wrestling.
Mystery Wrestling, I guess. Okay.
There we go. So yeah, man.
We'll look into it.
We'll as JJ said, we're down to try anything once. Again, I love wrestling. We love pro wrestling, and we love to try.
You can see behind me my championships here. I've got the 10 pounds of gold. I've got the original X Division champion, and the one that's not very visible here is the Ring of Honor championship.
Yes. The 2000, I think that's the Sinclair era version of the title, right?
I'm not sure. I wasn't really following back then. I just happened to stumble into it at essentially a pawn shop.
That is fair.
Type of location. It was $20 or $25. So the people there didn't even know what they had, if we're being honest. Because you think about what a replica belt costs, and they usually start at $200 bare minimum for something solid.
Right.
These days they go up to like $500 or even $700 for a replica belt.
Yep. It's these belts are pretty damn pricey, I'll tell you that right now. I love that version of Ring of Honor mainly because I got to see Cody Rhodes win his first ever world championship at a Ring of Honor show. I got to see Christopher Daniels get dethroned by Cody Rhodes on that show.
Nice.
That was so euphoric because I had been following his career literally from the start of his WWE career all the way to now. And just that was the best feeling to see him win that. I seen him literally win every single world championship he's ever won in his career. I saw that live in Lowell, Mass. I was in the crowd for that. So was my buddy Casey. I saw his all-in NWA world title run. Ironic we're covering that now here tonight. That was awesome. Him and Nick Aldis had a killer match. And I got to see him win against Roman Reigns this year at WrestleMania 40. Got to watch it with my buddies. So literally have been there from the ups and downs of Cody Rhodes' whole career. I am a roller coaster for life, you could say.
See, and I prefer the original version of the Ring of Honor Championship just because I saw Jamie Noble, then going by James Gibson, come to PWG, defend that version of the championship. You know, I saw Samoa Joe bring that version of the championship to PWG. You know, so that's the version I've actually seen defended live, even though I've never been to a Ring of Honor show. I've seen that version of the title live. But beggars can't be choosers, man. Again, when you fall into something like that for $20, $25, you snatch it up.
My uncle just called me at like the worst time.
Doesn't that always happen?
It always does. But hey, you know what? Let's have a little cameo. Gary, you want to say hi to the people real quick?
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Say hello. Say hello.
Oh, any friend of James is a friend of mine. Hello, crew. How you doing? Come out.
There you go. There you go. Check out my uncle's hockey documentary right now. Part 1 is available right now, folks. All right, yeah. I'll talk to you later. I love you too. All right, bye bye. He called me at the worst possible time, but hey, we got a Gary cameo, so that's not too bad.
Hey,
we got a hockey legend here in the Simply Reliable Studios. See, we got all the hits here. You didn't even expect to have that.
Nope.
There you go. Anyway, repeat your question.
He's off the clock right now, though. Gary, let him do some wrestling. He devotes 23 hours a day to your documentary. Damn it. Let me get him for an hour.
I devote to Gary's documentary 8 days out of the week. Bully Ray looks at me. There's only 7 days in a week.
Start breaking down the Steiner math.
I'm the big bad booty daddy. If anybody knows that TNA segment, man, shout out to Gryffindor, man. You get points from him. That shit is still funny to this day. If speaking of independent wrestling, we might as well talk about it. The funniest segments were always Steiner and Bully Ray. I feel like that was ended way too soon. I don't know if you ever got a chance to take a look at that.
I saw a good chunk of them, yeah.
Oh, they're hilarious, dude. My favorite one is where Steiner's talking about taking shit. He's like, I'm going to go take an Anderson and a Hardy right now. And then Bully Ray goes, hey, don't forget the courtesy flush. You had a lot of eggs today. And I'm like, Bully Ray, of all people, telling somebody to be courteous? What?
Hey.
Oh,
well,
man.
to your point, talking a little bit about TNA, which ties into the NWA because of the partnership back in the day.
True that.
Our next watch along will be this week's episode of Impact, the first live Impact in 8 years.
Yes.
We've already got 2 big matches announced, both of them tag team matches at that. We've got the Hardy Boys going to be defending the titles against Moose and JDC.
Yeah.
And then we've got the NXT Tag Team Champions, Fraxium, defending the titles against the Rascals. Plus, we're scheduled to hear from the new TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Joe Hendry, on that broadcast as well.
Wow. That's a loaded show they're booking, huh?
Right?
Man.
And that's all we know so far.
By the way, this could easily build into the Royal Rumble as well because Joe Hendry has been heavily teasing he might be in the Rumble, and he's been heavily teasing that he might want to fight John Cena.
I've been saying it, man. Let number 17 be the TNA title.
I kind of want that to be the case, Look, man.
I don't want Hendry to lose, but if Cena wins it at Slammiversary, that gives Hendry a good 6-month run.
So,
and then Cena can drop it to somebody at Bound for Glory.
I'll tell you.
And gives him like a 3-month run with the title.
I said that Walter, a.k.a. Gunther, can afford a loss to Cena. Joe Hendry might be the other one. Honestly, Joe Hendry might be the other dark horse there.
Especially after like a 6-month run.
Dude, could you imagine if
And
Cena
then-
wins the TNA title at WrestleMania and then AJ comes back and fights him one more time for that title at Slammiversary?
Don't do it at Mania.
Oh, why?
I know you keep pushing for that, but don't do it at Mania. I feel that's too soon. I discovered one of my coworkers, one of my fellow bussers at work's a wrestling fan.
Ooh, there you go.
Now every time I work with them, which is usually only on the weekends, that's about all we do is talk wrestling. And I ran this down with him this past weekend, and at first he didn't know, but the more that he thought about it, the more he realized it made sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll try to do this quick because we're only about 10 minutes from it starting. If you guys want to watch along with us and see the action we're going to be calling, it will be on the NWA's X account starting at 6:05 Eastern, 3:05 Pacific. So we got about 9 minutes. I'll try and do this quickly.
Yep.
John Cena has not won a match in over 2,000 days.
Sure.
So you don't want to just throw him into a world title match and have him get the title. That doesn't make sense. Even with opportunities like the Rumble and the Chamber to win a title opportunity, that just seems like you're shoehorning it too quickly. You're shoving it down our throats. You get him eliminated from the Rumble. Maybe he's the final 4, the final 3. He just misses it. You put him in the Chamber. Maybe he's the last one eliminated before the eventual winner. This next to last one. So close. At WrestleMania, you let him go against Braun Breaker and defeat him for the Intercontinental title. Or Sheamus if Sheamus is victorious this week at Saturday night's main event. And you have him win the IC title at WrestleMania. Now you've given him the Grand Slam. Okay? He doesn't even need to win number 17 at this point because he's already now gotten an accolade. He's a Grand Slam champion in his final year. But you don't stop there. Now he's the IC champion. Now he's going to go up against all the young talent because it's the workhorse championship.
Sure.
Now he's going up against all the young talent like when he was U.S. champion doing those open challenges.
Yep.
But he's going to be beating all this young talent. All the talent that people think Cena should be putting over on his way out, he's beating him, and he's beating him, and he's beating him. That's going to start to breed resentment in the audience. You enter John Cena into the King of the Ring tournament. Another accolade he's never won. He's been Rumble winner. He's won the Chamber. He's won Money in the Bank. He has never won King of the Ring.
That's true.
Now you have John Cena competing King of the Ring, and he wins King of the Ring. Winner of King of the Ring gets a title shot at SummerSlam. So now you have him challenging for the title at SummerSlam, and he wins the title there.
Sure.
Now he's 17-time, and he's Grand Slam, and he's added King of the Ring to his resume. And then you let the Money in the Bank briefcase holder cash in on him at some point before his final date or on his final date and become champion.
Sure.
Or you have him retire as champion and the winner of the Rumble next year wins the title.
Yeah, I could see it either way. I could see any way they could go with that. It's going to be interesting.
And then if you do it that way, whoever wins the Royal Rumble and thinks they've become champion, let Mr. Money in the Bank cash in on them, be like, steal their moment.
That would be funny.
Only the third person ever to win a championship through the Rumble.
Yep.
And then they get it taken away by the Money in the Bank winner.
That would be fun. That would be interesting too.
And if he beats Joe Hendry at Slammiversary, now he's both champion. He's TNA champion and WWE champion. So technically now he's an 18-time champion, just in case WWE doesn't want to recognize the TNA championship.
Sure.
Because they've never recognized it before, really.
Could be interesting. Either way. I'd be interesting to see how that goes.
But you build this rise for him.
Yeah.
And you can have him turn heel when he wins the championship because he's now defeated all these guys on the mid-card level that he should have been helping to put over.
Yeah.
Then you get a heel Cena again for the back end of his run, which is something we wanted back in like 2011, 2012.
That's fair.
Something he wanted to do back then, but Vince wouldn't let him. Triple H will let him.
Triple H would let him for sure. You know what would be interesting too, especially if he fights Joe Hendry in that spot somewhere along the line. Like, I feel like he would kind of turn heel by default as a result.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be interesting.
If he beats Hendry, he would turn heel absolutely. And then if he wins the WWE Championship or the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam, after everything, he'd be full-blown heel. He'd almost be like Hogan heel.
Yeah. I'll say this as well, because we're talking about independent wrestling. We're about to cover independent wrestling. Let's talk a little bit about Joe Hendry in the independent circuits.
Which, again, folks, you've got about 3 minutes until the show starts if you want to go to the NWA's X page.
Yes.
And get ready to watch the action we're going to be calling. Go ahead, James.
Did you see Joe Hendry roast Elijah yet? Have you gotten a chance to watch
I've seen that.
Oh, that's so funny because it came up on my X feed again, and the fact that he just Joe Hendry took his job. Like, I was expecting him to go South Park where they'd be like, "I took your job, I took your job." But yeah, that was funny as hell. Joe Hendry is a gem, man. Never forget.
He is, and just think about the promo battles between the two of them. Joe Hendry with his parody songs, and John Cena would have to go back to the Doctor of Thugonomics and start kicking some freestyles.
Serious segments, comedy segments, entertaining segments all around. Like, yeah, those two would go back and forth like crazy.
Seriously.
Yep.
It would just be epic, and it would be great growth for both companies because Cena appearing on TNA TV would make Access something people would try to find, or it would boost TNA Plus subscriptions.
Oh, 100%, no doubt. And hey, if Styles tries to get that belt back, he could join back up with TNA himself. Have Cena versus AJ at a TNA show.
Bound for Glory.
Right?
And that could be where Cena loses the TNA title back.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Slammiversary to Bound for Glory. Big show to big show. It's like the Big Four.
Yep. Could see it. I would love to see that shit, man. I ain't gonna hold you. It'd be interesting. Yeah. I love that there's like so much crossover going on right now. That much is like my favorite thing about the industry right now.
So yeah, that's how I book Cena's final year, and you just get this gradual growth because, again, you don't want the fans to feel like you're shoving number 17 down our throats with him. You want him to actually earn it.
Yes.
And I feel that if he gets the Rumble or he gets the Chamber and he gets the title at Mania, it's being shoved down our throats.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, looks like we're about to get ready. How does it even appear on X? Because
they post it.
Okay, they just post it, and then we just have to refresh.
Yep, I've got their X account loaded on my page right now. I just keep refreshing. As soon as I see it say 305, I'll refresh it again, and it should be right there.
Yeah, 305 his time, folks, by the way.
Yes, because I'm West Coast, so 6:05 Eastern, 3:05 Pacific.
I'm an East Coast. I'm an East Coast vermin. Don't mind me. Dude, it's
there it is.
All right, there we go. All right, so we're about to start, ladies and gentlemen. Awesome.
Yes, Danny Deals and Joe Galley are in the ring, kind of hyping things up.
New episode
Oh, is
Again,
that
they're running down the card right now. Non-title
Okay.
match: Thom Latimer versus Tyler Franks. We're going to hear from EC3. We've got singles match: Natalia Markova versus Tiffany Nieves, La Princesa. Again, the main reason we're here tonight.
Yep.
We're going to a video package here. The opening video for NWA Wrestling.
There you go. We got Walter Alex Cruz in the chat. Thank you, everybody, for tuning into his page for the first time. Anybody that's tuning in on his channel right now, go subscribe to him. He's 12 away from hitting 100 subscribers. Let's make that happen.
Yes. Let's try to make that happen by the Rumble, y'all. Come on.
Yes.
This man had 144 views on yesterday's college championship game, and he's 12 subscribers away from 100. Like that seems like it's virtually impossible. How do you have that many views and you don't have 100 subscribers?
I was about
Come
to
on,
say,
y'all. Let's make it happen, y'all.
I was about to say, it sounds like there was a lot of stuff going on with that, huh? Because that
All right, and it looks like we're going to open up with tag team matchup here. Joe Ocasio and Colby Corino taking on Zyon and Magic Jake Dumas.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and bring that graphic up, bro.
Yes, let's do that. And let's also make sure the ticker is up as well.
Colby Corino and Magic Jake starting off the contest here.
There we go. And I'll make sure to get Walter's
Magic
comment
Jake
up.
takes over here. Got a nice little arm rainer on Colby. Colby counters, reverses it.
Mm-hmm.
Magic Jake Dumas looking like he's in a world of hurt here, despite having the size advantage here. Tries to reverse out, but Colby's able to keep him locked up. Zyon's reaching out, wants the tag. Magic Jake able to get to the ropes, gets the break from Colby Corino here.
Been a long time since I've seen Colby.
He's looking more and more like his daddy every day.
Yeah,
Colby goes in for the collar and elbow, but he psyched Jake out. Got another arm rainer on him.
Oh, nice kick of the leg, if you noticed as well. You know who, I got to tell you, you know who Magic Jake reminds me of? Do you remember Crowbar?
Yes.
Kind of a little bit of a Crowbar with the mustache and the wrestling outfit a little bit.
He reminds me of an indie wrestler out here, Tyler Bateman.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of
But I definitely see the Crowbar reference too. Colby with the tag brings in his partner, Joe Ocasio, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Irish whip, Ocasio sending Magic Jake up and over with the back body drop, and Magic Jake gets the tag to Zyon. Am I ahead of you?
I think you are somehow.
Okay.
I'm not sure how that happened.
It's okay. Billy Corgan's going to be joining commentary here later on this evening. Collar elbow tie up by Ocasio and Zyon. Let me know when you see that.
I just skipped to that because for some reason I am way behind. I don't know what happened. Nice wrestling takedown.
Yeah, I think you're ahead of me now because I paused so you can catch up.
All right, cool. So I'll just pause on my end then.
All right, Zion's got him in a headlock there on the ground. Joe reverses. Now he's got control on the ground.
Yeah, got his own headlock now. Zyon trying to get himself out of it, but it's not exactly going well. Trying to stand up on a vertical base. Nice STO takedown by Zyon.
Yeah, I was going to say nice leg trip there by Zyon. Now he's wrenching the ankle and the foot there, working on his braced leg.
Yeah, very smart strategy there. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, you've already got a bum injury there. You've got that telegraph. Nice fireman's carry takedown there by Joe Ocasio.
Yeah, that was just brilliant textbook counter wrestling there by Ocasio.
I keep wanting to say Ocasio, like the dude from the Cars.
Hey, man.
Goes for the swinging punch there, but Ocasio ducks.
Yeah,
Irish whip sends Zyon into the corner.
Uh-oh.
Ocasio charges in. Nice Steiner splash. Takes Zyon down in the middle of the ring. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. kick out by Zyon.
Yep, very strong kick out by Zyon. It looks like he's going to try to go for his own leg here. It looks like he got some feeling back in there. And now he's going to try to go for, it looks like a half Boston Crab attempt here.
Yep. Single leg executed. To your point, the Canadian Maple Leaf. Jake Dumas comes from behind, clotheslines Ocasio in the back and the neck there, gets the break for his partner.
And now it looks like Zyon and his partner is going to try to take advantage here, going to tag into Ocasio. Or I'm sorry, that's Magic Jake.
Yeah,
My
Magic
apologies.
Jake Dumas now in the ring. Nice snapmare takedown. Ooh, running
nice
big boot.
Yeah, nice single leg drop kick into a cover. There's two and a kick out. That was brilliant strategy there because the way he was able to get that off. You don't see it's been a very long time since I've seen a snap nair into a low drop kick tag into Zyon now as they're both just decimating. Yep. Rich whip into an elbow strike. Going to toss him back into Zyon. Great rising knee strike, Harley Race style. There's a cover. There's two and a kick out.
You see there, Colby Corino wanted to get in, but he made sure not to get into the ring. Didn't want to get his partner disqualified. Referee was right there on top of things. Ooh, nice offense from Zyon there.
Yeah, that was a great dropping fist. I mean, I'll tell you right now, when Zyon first showed up on the scene, there was something missing, but so far, man, he has absolutely shown out his abilities here in this tag match. Going to tag back into his partner, Magic Jake, here.
Yeah, to your point, Zyon looks some of the best I think I've ever seen him. Magic Jake hasn't really achieved his potential in this tag team match yet. Last time I saw him, it was singles contest.
Nice.
Magic Jake went in there for the Stinger Splash. Ocasio moved, got the tag to Colby Corino. Colby Corino in. Fists of fire, dropping Magic Jake in the center of the ring.
Yeah, great clubbing shots there. Now just going straight after Zyon, who tried to cut him off at the pass, try to cut off the momentum that Colby Corino is managing. And there's a nice throat thrust, Mongolian chop. Tries to go for a scoop slam, got countered. Oh, Jesus. What a forearm shot right to the side of the jaw of Zyon. Now going to try to go for, looks like a suplex here. Oh, okay.
Nice double team maneuver, like a DDT cutter to both of the opposition there.
Yeah, Magic Jake, though, able to kick out of that attempted pin cover there by Colby. Nice
back
thrust
kick
kick.
To the mule, the midsection there.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You got Ocasio, who just steamrolled his opponent there on the opposite side. And there it is. Colby Driver gets the Duke, and that is all she wrote.
Walter says, is it me or does Joe Ocasio look like Miru from Temu?
A little bit.
Damn it, Walter.
That's great. Oh, they're going to have this match second on the card? No, man, come on now. Looks like we're going to have Tiffany Nieves versus Natalia Markova up next.
Well, that's okay, because if you look at this card, man, there were really three matches that could have been the main event. Either Nieves and Markova, the tag match with Jax Dane, since it's his final match, or the Thom Latimer match.
That is true.
And here we go. Right into the women here.
We're not even wasting any time, ladies and gentlemen. We're going right into the action, and oh my God, Natalia
Markova is just pissed off at Tiffany Nieves.
I'll tell you right now, my girl is absolutely showing that fighting spirit that we love and know her for. Tiffany Nieves is definitely in the wrong way here, because Natalia Markova is absolutely brutalizing her.
Markova, definitely the experienced veteran here. Nieves, by comparison, the upstart, especially when you look at their ages. Markova goes for the pinfall already, gets a 2 count on Nieves.
Natalia Markova looking fabulous as always.
Have you ever seen Markova not look fabulous, James? Let's be fair here.
I mean, to be fair, I'm very biased in that department, but that's
Ooh, Glasgow
nothing
kiss
fierce.
there from Tiffany Nieves to Markova.
Oh no.
Nice
Now-
impaler DDT. Goes for the pinfall, gets the one, gets the two. Markova kicks out.
I will say Tiffany Nieves didn't really hit necessarily a impaler, but definitely an old school Jake Roberts style DDT. You can tell she studies the tapes of the best.
Well, I mean, she's gone through some of the best schools and companies that there are. She's competed with the Reality of Wrestling for Booker T. She's competed in Mission Pro Wrestling for Thunder Rosa. She's competed in Ohio Valley Wrestling with Al Snow. I'm just saying, a couple of good names here and there. She's obviously a standout in the NWA with Jazz.
Ooh. Oh, Jesus
Suicide
Christ!
dive for Markova.
I think she got cut off at the pass by Tiffany Nieves, got tripped up at the ropes thanks to Nieves getting in the way of her attempt there, and now she's immediately capitalizing on it. I think Natalia Markova actually might be concussed here. Holy shit. That was rough. That was a very rough landing, JJ. She might be out.
Well, if she's not now, she wasn't there. She definitely is now. After she goes head first in that ring post.
Yeah, Nieves is
These are old school ring posts, ladies and gentlemen. These aren't those WWE ones. That is straight up steel and metal.
Yeah. Oh my
this
goodness.
This match has been called a double count out right out. And Tiffany Nieves says, that's fine with me. She's got a steel chair in hand.
Jesus Christ. Nieves, come the fuck on, man. All right, Natalia Markova got out of the way.
Now both women just brawling on the outside area. Nieves again with that steel chair. Gets it to the midsection of Markova.
Oh my God.
Cracks Markova across the back with it. Throws it down.
Jesus, and she's bleeding from the mouth, by the way. She really cut her lip off bad, either from the suicide dive or the post shot. And still Natalia Markova, defiant as ever, pushing away Nieves.
Tiffany Nieves setting up that steel chair. Markova's trying to fight back.
Get security out here, man.
Sit down, bitch.
I got to do the whole thing. Oh, my God, what a forearm shot. I can't believe – I mean, we might as well not even be calling this because the match has been thrown out, but I got to do the one gimmick I'm known for.
Oh, Jesus. Big boot from Nieves takes Markova over in the chair.
Tiffany Nieves stands over a downed Natalia Markova, and she just made a huge statement against the former contender for the NWA Women's World Championship.
She's wiping the blood of Markova on her face, James. Tiffany Nieves, La Princesa, is unhinged, and that, my friend, is part of why I love her. I dig crazy chicks.
See, Natalia Markova herself is goddamn crazy too. So, I mean, I'm just saying, I also dig crazy chicks, but that was a bit too crazy for my taste, and especially because my girl got assaulted.
Well, we can see how personal this rivalry is, and again, we know this is going to lead to that steel cage match where there cannot be a double count out.
No. Well, that makes all the sense in the world that it ended in a count out.
Well, it may have gone to double count out just because of that suicide dive, that tope suicida, to your point. Yeah, Markova may have been out on their feet, so they decided to do the double count out to make sure she was protected and still okay.
Yeah, that was a rough damn landing.
Moment of silence as the NWA shows a tribute video to Jax Dane, so we are going to be quiet as this airs.
Yes. So there we go.
Yeah, apparently this match has never been seen before It may not even be from this TV taping, if we're being honest. It just...
And there it is. Oh, yeah, this is definitely from that TV taping. This is like right before. Jesus, man. We're gonna call the match like we normally would call the match.
Yes.
As hard as that's gonna be, because again, and I said it on the spaces before we came live here today. Man, just gone way too soon. Corino about tied up by Jax Dane as we are officially underway.
Yep, looks like it's Mims in the ring with him right now.
For those who do not know, Baron Von Storm is Tim Storm, the former Tim Storm.
Doing a Baron Von Raschke gimmick.
Yes.
Dane takes Mims down, has him a little disoriented right out the gate.
We're going to try to go for, looks like a Uranagi.
Exploder suplex by
nice
Dane.
Exploder. That was interesting because it looked like he was going to go the Uranagi route, but oh, Jesus. And then just hits an avalanche splash right in the corner. Goes for a belly-to-belly suplex.
Nice belly-to-belly throw there by Dane. Mims is no small boy either.
No, he is not. And you'll notice
that
Jax
Dane is a muscular dude himself, but Mims isn't exactly a cruiserweight.
No, he is not. And now look at that, man. Just
Billy Corgan just said on commentary that EMTs are examining Markova at this time. Apologize for taking away from the match, but I heard Corrigan's comments there.
Nice. Oh, great clothesline there by Mims.
You see Black G's there on the ring apron just hyping his partner up. Death from above gets only a 1 count on Dane, though.
Yeah, and nice body splash there by Mims. Going to try to tag into Black G's. Crowd absolutely... they are not the favorite here in the NWA as far as this match is concerned.
Oh, no.
Jesus! Nice double shoulder tackle, and now a tag in to Baron Von Storm.
The
claw attempt. Nobody
Two
wants
broadcasts today that we've made Toy Story references. I'm just saying, James.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, wow. Look at that. There's a bell above the ring. I don't know why, but there's a bell above the ring.
Referee executing his count. Looks like he's up to about 6 at this point. Hopefully we're not going to get another count out here. 2 back-to-back would be a little bit much, I think.
And now look at this. Jaw-jacking as Black G's. Uh-oh, wait a damn minute. Jax Dane ain't trying to win like that, I'll tell you that. Gonna go for a suplex off the apron. Nice.
Brings him in the hard way, but Mims grabs his leg off after he lands off that suplex, drags Dane to the outside, and throws him into the steel stairs.
And those are hard-ass steel stairs, man. Look at the way the metal is like, man. That is old school steel stairs if I've ever seen them.
That's one of the things I do love about the NWA presentation. G's gets a 2 count on Dane. But it's one of the things I love about the NWA's presentation is everything is so old school. Again, the steel posts, the steel stairs, the red, white, and blue ropes. So vintage, so throwback, so classic.
Yeah, very much a TV environment as well. Old school, in-house type of professional wrestling you used to watch back in the day in the 1960s and 70s and 80s. Oh,
Mims
my God.
trips Dane up there, and then G's knocks him down with the chop block. Clothesline brings him down. It's a 1, but Dane kicks out after 1.
You know what I noticed, too? He almost knocked down that poor camera operator when he tried to bounce off the ropes as he tags in Mims here. Again, death from above splash yet again. Going to try to go for another cover. There's only a 1 count. God damn.
See, these moves, it makes sense to kick out after 1.
Yes. Ooh, going to try to go for a DDT right onto the leg. Brilliant maneuvering there by Mims. Going to try to work on that injured body part. The minute you take out a big man's tree trunk-like legs, the better chance you have at winning a match like this, as he tags in his partner, Black G's, as he kicks that leg that just got compromised.
Trying to Charlie horse his hamstrings there.
Yep.
If he can get it to knot up, it'll make Jax Dane a little bit less mobile.
Exactly that. And Black G's realizes that, and he's absolutely trying to take advantage of that. Tag back in to Mims. It looks like they're definitely going to try and just absolutely decimate Jax Dane here. Very good tag team offense by both guys. Bonsai drop right to the leg by Mims.
Now looks like he's going for a single leg crab.
Yep,
Again,
and
the
this,
Canadian maple leaf.
I was just about to say, this is the Canadian maple leaf, the Calgary crab, whatever you want to call it, because the way he actually has this leg wrapped around, it's not on his left side. He actually torques the knee to the right side and hooks the leg like that. So that's brilliant maneuvering there by Mims.
Jax Dane trying to use his size and strength to crawl to the ropes, but Mims broke the hold and drug him back before dropping the elbow to the inner thigh there.
And now going to go for a three-point stance. Tried to go for a tackle. Jax Dane counters with a Samoan drop. And that is the moment that he needed to try and tag in to the former Tim Storm. Baron Von Storm now desperate for a hot tag.
But the damage may already be done for the leg. You see the way he's favoring it there.
Still manages the tag there. Tim Storm trying to go for the claw immediately. Black G's got the tag, and that was a mistake.
His chops are having no effect on the Baron.
And now look at this. Oh, my God, the way he just pulled him up. Oh, my God. Elbow strikes right to the solar plexus over and over again by Baron Von Storm. And, oh, God.
Huge just body slam by the Baron.
That was a powerful body slam.
Calling for the claw. Jax
Oh!
Dane takes down Mims when he tried to come in.
Yeah, cut him off at the pass. And here comes the most devastating move.
The claw. And he taps. Black G's taps. Baron Von Storm and Jax Dane have won this contest here. Rest in peace to Jax Dane.
Amen. Hell of a win for Jax Dane and Baron Von Storm. Jax Dane's last ever televised match. But look at that. Mims trying to pull him off. But look at that. And now Jax Dane absolutely brutalizing Mims. And now he's trying to pull Baron Von Storm off him. And he said, "You did good. You did good, King. You did good." And there it is, man. The final ever appearance of Jax Dane alongside his longtime friend Tim Storm. Rest in peace.
And of course, for those of you that are in the Midwest and the East Coast, the South, National Wrestling Alliance will be coming to Florida February 2nd for a TV taping and to Dothan, Alabama for Hard Justice in March. So if you're in the area, go and check out the National Wrestling Alliance.
Oh wow, they even went back with the AWA type of logo, but they changed it to the NWA. I noticed a little diamond right there to formate the N.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. There. Oh wow.
Daisy Kill being interviewed here. One half of the number one contenders to the NWA tag titles, him and Talos.
I gotta tell you, why do I recognize him?
I'm not sure, but him and Talos kind of have a HBK and Diesel vibe going to them. He's the smaller, more athletic, and Talos is this huge. They tried to claim him as 7'7" yesterday when I watched the show. That's a little bit extreme, but probably about a good 6'11", 7 foot tall, 350 pound monster. And here comes the tag champions.
JR, Kratos, and Odinson, my Greek mythology brethren here.
The
Love to see
Immortals.
this.
God damn.
Holy
Daisy Kill saying that he was sucking the sour milk out of his mom's. And there comes Talos now to come and even things up for Daisy Kill. You
wow.
can see the big man there.
Well, we
kind
have
of what I was talking about.
Well, we has Donnie Burke. Words were said. Now he has fights.
And this isn't even the match. This is just a precursor, I'm thinking, for if looks could kill, because both these teams already had contests as part of this TV taping. I doubt they'd have them do double duty.
Why is Odinson like going full Brock Lesnar now? Like what go on?
I don't care. I like me some Odinson.
I do love me some Odinson too, but I'm just saying what go on here? Like why he looking like, you know, bootleg Brock, bro? Come on now.
No, they're giving us now where they're going to be coming again Sunday, February 2nd, Tampa, Florida, for TV taping. NWA Crossfire, one of their territories. Sevierville, Tennessee. Stat Boy, Friday, January 24th. That'll be in Stat Boy's neck of the woods.
There you go.
Crossfire, I believe, is ran by the Page sisters, Kenzie and Kylie.
Ah, that makes sense. Okay.
February 7th in Decatur, Tennessee. Again, we've got an NWA event from Joe Kazana Promotions, one of the territories there. And then again, I forget the date in March, but Dothan, Alabama for NWA Hard Times as well.
There you go. It's going to be interesting. And then if looks could kill coming up pretty soon after that. And now it looks like we're going to get into our next contest here.
Well, if looks could kill already happened, it happened in December. We're just waiting for those to air.
There you go.
But now we've got Kerry Morton and Connor Hazard Murphy here in some action.
Is it Harry Morton or Kerry Morton?
Kerry, Kerry. The graphics ready to be brought up, bro.
All right, gotcha. Yeah, I was trying to get the ticker, but it said Harry Morton, Kerry. There we go. So yeah, here we go. Kerry Morton.
Kerry Morton in the long tights with the hair. Connor Hazard Murphy in the short trunks with the balding hair. Nice leg trip there from Kerry Morton.
Got to tell you already, I'm liking what I see from Kerry Morton. And we know he's definitely shown that he is willing to have a great match with just about anybody. He definitely packs a lot of his father's traits there when it comes to that. Nice suplex there, picture perfect.
Again, the son of Ricky Morton, the Rock and Roll Express.
Mm-hmm.
Irish whip to Connor Murphy, goes for the leapfrog, drop down.
Ooh.
Nice hip toss there.
Yeah, and did you see the way he was able to leapfrog? It's definitely an innovative leapfrog when he was able to get that momentum because
almost a bit of a splits there when he did it, like a rock and roll kick or something like you'd see David Lee Roth do.
Yeah, exactly. Good reference.
Nice hip arm toss drag there. Hip toss from Murphy.
Yeah, Connor Murphy now got to try to be in full control. Got countered though by Kerry.
Yeah, every time that Connor Murphy begins to mount some offense, Kerry just nice step up. I don't know what you'd call it. Step off drop kick there.
Yeah, nice wall kick
on his feet.
Wow. And now taking a page out of PJ Black's playbook.
With that spinning clothesline from Morton just turns Murphy inside out. Again, to my point, every time Connor Murphy begins to mount some offense, Morton just shuts him down.
And that was a great, you'll notice too, he hit that crossbody that Justin Gabriel's used to hitting. A nice slingshot
suplex. That's something you don't see anymore these days. I used to do that back in my wrestling days.
Yep. Hell of a classic
vertical suplex.
Yeah, it's very much akin to Dax Harwood when he does that slingshot powerbomb. Ooh, tried to go for a roll through. landed badly on his side. Did Connor Murphy tried to go for a full rotation, couldn't do it. I think his stomach is definitely giving him some fits, JJ.
Yeah, you can definitely see it there.
The
Abdominal
agility-
stretch here from Morton, and then he just wrenches and drives his fist or his elbow right in the side of Murphy there.
This is not at all a knock on Kerry Morton, but the way he's wrestling here right now, I sense Lance Cade vibes, very much akin to when he was with Chris Jericho. The way he's wrestling here, because wow, got
tried
countered.
to lock him in the Magistral. Blue Thunderbomb, but you know that's not going to get a victory.
Yeah, that was a great Blue Thunder Bomb, though, almost like a release Protoplex almost. Talking about John Cena earlier on, we just saw a release Protoplex by Kerry Morton, maybe learning from the greats himself. Oh wow, there's the joint manipulation though by Connor Murphy, and now he's just trying to fight back from underneath here. He is definitely taking a lot of damage here. Tries to go
Connor
for
looks like he comes from the realm of MMA.
Yeah, he did. You know how I could tell? Because he just hit a shoot-style pry kick right to the back of the head. And he's trying to go for a DDT. And there's a nice knee strike by Kerry Morton. Holy shit.
Almost a psycho knee there. Final cut.
Nice
Goes
final
for
cut
the
there.
pinfall 2-3. That is just
wow. Okay. He just spanked his ass. Okay. I don't know why, but he spanked his ass. Like, disrespect. Just to rub salt in the wound there after that win. Speedy contest. I like it.
Well, I mean, they've shoved 5 matches into this 45-minute episode, so have to be a little bit quicker. We've still got our main event, the non-title match of Thom Latimer and Tyler Franks, and we still have to hear from EC3.
Mm-hmm.
I almost am willing to bet this title match goes to a no contest because EC3 is going to get involved.
NWA, word of advice as an editor, okay? I understand you like old school. Never, and I mean never, use Common Sans. Never use Comic Sans font. I don't know what you're thinking, but never use Comic Sans.
Oh, we're back right now, and here's EC3.
There we go.
And here's the exodus I was talking about. You can see his guys stomping down. See what I mean about the aces and eights vibe?
Okay. He's definitely still
comparing himself to Moses in the Bible.
Maybe there's maybe giving a little bit of a hint there. Maybe J.R. Kratos and Odinson have something to do with this group.
Possibly. I mean, you never know who could be under those masks.
You never know. The Overlord. Is that what he's calling himself now, man? Like,
well, yeah, I mean, he was the Overman, so now he's the Overlord. It just makes sense.
Got it. All right. Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are on our final match of the evening, I believe. This is the main
Give us your
event.
6 games.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
Thom Latimer, Tyler Franks, collar elbow tie-up. Thom Latimer dominating early on. Nice snapmare takedown. Franks rolls his way out. Side headlock takedown. Thom Latimer still with the ground control here.
And coming a long way from his days as Bram and TNA, I'll tell you right now, holding the 10 pounds of gold has definitely got to be a hell of a crowning achievement for that man's career. Nice drop down. Nice leapfrog there by Tyler Franks. Tried to go for a drop kick. Thom Latimer does not allow that to happen and goes for an armbar to stop him in his tracks.
Thom Latimer is too seasoned of a vet. He had that well scouted. That's wrestling 101. Drop down, leapfrog, drop kick. Like,
Now going to try to Irish whip that big behemoth. Thom Latimer does not get it. Nice dodge, though, of that charging attack by Thom Latimer. Tries to go for the drop kick again and immediately crashes and burns on the canvas. Ooh, but good counter. Good counter into an O'Connor roll. Got a 2 count there on the champion. Ooh.
Crucifix pin. Tyler
Another
Franks
2 count.
showing his speed and agility here into a Magistral cradle. Gets the 2 count. Latimer gets out of it.
Yeah, Latimer is...
There's that drop kick. Finally able to connect with it. 3rd time's the charm, James.
Yeah, Tyler Franks is really putting on a show here on the NWA champion. But there's going to be what absolutely derails all of that momentum. The confidence against the NWA champion. You done screwed up, kid.
Yeah, you don't want to get arrogant when you're in there with a competitor like Latimer.
Now he's going to try to fight a little bit dirty here. Ric Flair, multiple-time
European
holder.
uppercuts.
Yeah, Ric Flair, multiple-time holder of the NWA championship. Dirtiest player in the game. Taking a page out of his playbook as he immediately elbows the back of the head, back of the neck. Tries to go for a cover, lateral press, 2 count. Nice knee strike
to the face.
Yep.
Goes for another one, connects. Nice roll through there. Keep his momentum. Goes for a pinfall. Gets a 2 count. Surprised he got a 2 count. Figured Latimer would kick out after 1.5.
Yeah, fair enough. Tyler Franks is really putting on a hell of a showing against the NWA champion, maybe putting himself into contention later on down the line here.
Yep.
Got pushed into the corner, though, and a nice dodge out of that corner. And hitting those back elbow strikes right to the side of the jaw. Going to try to go for a springboard into a nice roll to dice neck breaker. Beautiful. Into a cover. There's 2 and a kick out by Latimer.
Again, Tyler Franks showing his speed and agility. Thom Latimer, to his credit, making Tyler Franks look like $1 million here. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call putting a talent over without jobbing to them. Because we all know, more than likely, Thom Latimer is going to pull this one out. But Tyler Franks is getting over as hell with this match right now.
Yeah,
absolutely. This is how you put somebody over without losing to them.
And look at the way he has this headlock into the thigh here, the way he's got him stretched here. Brilliant submission hold here by Tyler Franks, but great countering there. Able to get to a vertical base is Thom Latimer. Nice spinning back fist, though, by Tyler Franks.
And there's another jumping knee. And you can see Latimer is ready now. Nice running back elbow strike just drops Franks. How the tide has turned. Atomic drop. Clothesline takes him down. Latimer back in full control now.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming, Tom Franks. You just pissed off the Raw champion.
Hip check, clothesline, Irish whip. Sends him back into the corner.
Oh,
nice spinning bomb there.
Yeah, deep 6, shades of Baron Corbin. Great maneuver there by Thom Latimer. Absolutely dropping Tyler Franks on the back of his head into a DDT.
Yep. And Latimer getting this crowd hyped at this point.
And I think it's about to be all she wrote, JJ. It looks like Thom Latimer signaling for the end here.
Pop-up power bomb.
Hit out power bomb.
2, 3. That is it.
God damn. Good.
You called it, James. You called that was about to be the finish. And a pop-up power bomb, Kevin Owens, Kevin Steen style, does it for the NWA champion, Thom Latimer.
I love the pop-up into the setup.
Arm raised in the air. And again, to my point, that is how you put a talent over without putting them over and letting them get the victory. Thom Latimer just made Tyler Franks a standout in the National Wrestling Alliance, specifically Billy Corgan's National Wrestling Alliance.
Yep. Hell of a show, I got to tell you. And I love that pop-up powerbomb, by the way, into the setup. As we are desperately out of time for the Renegade JJ Williams, I am the Heat Man James Hebert. We will see you next time. Got to do the little Tony Giamatti. for the NWA.
Yes. That was a hell of a show. A little bit disappointed in how quick our girls match was, but really that's the only nitpick I've got about it.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good show.
But we saw enough that we've got our appetites ready for when that steel cage match comes.
Yeah, I'm ready now because they set that up pretty well.
This was week 3 of this TV taping. They usually get 5 weeks of television, so there's 2 more weeks, I would guess, before they start If Looks Could Kill. So probably bare minimum another 3 weeks until we're back here covering NWA. Maybe 4 to 5, depending on when in the show they decide to do that match, because they don't always air them in the order that they were filmed, or the order that they ran at the show. They air them in what they can structure into that 45 minutes of airtime.
That is fair. A lot of
matches. Some shows you get 2 20-minute matches, and some shows you get like we did today, and you get like 5 really short matches. It just depends.
Yep, that is fair.
Again, that's the only other nitpick I've really got about the NWA right now, is that they don't air them in order. But if they did it like that, you'd end up with some weeks where you'd have a hour-and-a-half show, and some weeks where you'd have a 35-minute show. So it is what it is. But great talents from the NWA. Colby, Corino, Kerry, Morton, Tyler Franks, definitely ones to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they were really good. They really shined, I think.
Rest in peace again to Jax Dane. Sad that he went the way he did, but shit happens, man. When it's your time to go, it's your time to go.
Yeah, again, such a young age too, man. Like, cause he looked like he was definitely gray, but you could tell he had a lot more years left to give to the industry, and it's just such a shame, man, that he went way too soon. Like, he was hell of a wrestler in this time. They just talked about how he had a 400-day reign with the NWA World Title as well. Like, he's a legend in this promotion, and it's just such a damn shame. And hopefully he'll get into the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame when it is all said and done. But
I'm sure. Why don't we run our watch along trailer real quick? Then we'll come back. We'll hit a couple of quick shills and we'll get out of here.
Sounds good, ladies and gentlemen. Let us run you our little bit of advertisement here, as we have all this and more coming up on the watch along schedule here at the Simply Reliable Studios.
And now for a taste of things to come.
And as you saw, ladies and gentlemen, in that trailer, we cover all things wrestling. TNA Genesis was covered a couple days ago here on the Simply Reliable Studios. So if you have a chance and you haven't seen it already, please go ahead and check that out while you can. And also check out the college football leagues coverage as well. We did a watch along for that. Statboy Mike and Walter Alex Cruz were on the call for that one. So please
Walter wasn't there for that. It was mainly just Stat Boy.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. Well,
We tried to rope some extra guests in there for him. I know Josh Mansfield popped in for a little bit,
fair
being
dues.
a Cleveland resident and the Ohio State being one of the teams that was vying for the championship, the team that was victorious, as a matter of fact, as they defeated Notre Dame.
There you go.
We tried to get Greg Cherry in there as well, as he's a huge Notre Dame supporter, so we wanted one person for each side. Greg was unfortunately busy and unable to do it, but
Fair enough.
it was primarily a Stat Boy show with some Josh Mansfield in there.
There you go. Well,
But yeah, make sure you guys tune in Thursday
yes.
as we do a watch along for the first live Impact in 8 years. We'll be beginning our coverage 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific.
Yes.
Saturday, we have a simulcast as we'll be doing Saturday night's main event. Myself and Walter will be on the call for that, while James and Noah provide the commentary for Collision Homecoming as AEW returns to Daly's Place. Again, both of those calls will begin at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific.
Yep.
That way we can hype up those shows a little bit. Immediately following both those calls at 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific, Saturday Shenanigans, of course, as we fantasy draft and book our very own Royal Rumbles this year.
Yes.
Hoping to get 10 participants in the room. I have 6 confirmed right now.
Oh, there
Us,
you go.
the 4 normals, me, you, Noah, and Walter. Mansfield is confirmed.
Yep.
DJ is confirmed.
Yep.
Actually, 7, and Ryan has confirmed. So that's
there we go.
7 out of 10. I just need 3 more people to come in.
Sounds good. I'll see what I can do. See if I can contact some people that we both are in contact with. There you go.
But we're basically going to go around the horn. Each one of us is going to draft somebody to go into the Rumble until we get to 30 participants.
Yep.
We'll then put all the names on the spinner wheel like we use for karaoke in the order that they were drafted and give the wheel a spin and see who the wheel determines will be the winner of our very own men's and women's Royal Rumble. We'll do one at the beginning of the show and one at the end of the show before our shills. And then in the middle, it'll be typical Saturday Shenanigans fare. We'll discuss the big news of the week.
Fair dues. And with that being said, you can check us all on these various locations to tune into all those shows. JJ, where can they find you, good sir?
You can find me on Instagram, the Renegade JJ Williams, on X and Blue Sky, ROWJJ Williams, and on YouTube here at the Casa D18 Studios. Just prior to this broadcast, James and I hosted a space on X today. So if you go to my X account, you can find that space and go back and re-listen to it. I will also be uploading it here to the Casa D18 Studios at some point this evening. I've got to transfer it from audio to video, and then I'll stream it out live to all the you lovely fans that tune into the Casa. You can hear what was discussed there. If you want to wait, if you don't, go find it on the space.
There you go. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of spaces, speaking of social media, you guys can find me on the YouTube, Instagram, and X at JHebertime95 and on Facebook at JMCMaheber. I'm really cool and dumb teens on the internet. So go check that out right now. I did a bunch of podcasts called The Twitter War Killing AEW. If you want to check out what I do on there, hopefully looking to bring back Character Select, the Don DeMarco show, and Content and Review back onto the channel as well later on this year. So if you have not checked out any of those shows in the past, go ahead and look through my catalog and go check them out. And also check out the Jay Hebert side of things, which is the most active show right now on the channel, as well as my uncle's documentary, 1 in a Million, The Man, the Myth, the Legend. There's the QR code right now. Go ahead and support it. Now, part 2 is in the final stages of the rough draft, which means it should not be too long now. By the end of the month, you should see part 2 drop. But until then, run part 1 up because we are so close to 2,000 views. We're at 1.7K right now. He was on the space. He was on the stream earlier as he called me in the middle of live stream. So go ahead and check that out. And yeah, man, go check out all that and support our brother in here.
Yes, and Safed, I appreciate you followed me on Blue Sky. Just be aware, I don't use Blue Sky all that often, so I won't be as active over there. X is the best place to follow me and find me, as I'm the most active there, especially now that James introduced me to Spaces.
Yes, and with that being said, the boy that we promoted earlier who was in the chat and his Mamacita as the promotion graphic, you guys can follow Walter Alex Cruz, Rage of Wrestling on YouTube, Walter.Cruz.940 on Instagram, Walter Alex Cruz on X and Blue Sky, and the SRS 1983 Twitch, which actually currently has one viewer right now. So thank you to that one viewer for checking us out. Hopefully you like what we brought to you here tonight, and hopefully we'll see you on future live streams over on Twitch's neck of the woods.
Yes. Subscribe to his YouTube. Lola Vice's ass says so.
Yes. Lola Vice's ass said so. Please subscribe.
Seriously. Like I said, he is 12 subscribers away from 100.
Yes.
Let's get that man to 100 by the Royal Rumble. Tell your friends. Just go to his YouTube space, copy the link to his page, and share it on social media. Tell your friends to subscribe to this guy.
Yes.
Hardest working man in the Simply Reliable studios, and he deserves to hit that 100 subscriber mark.
And speaking of a man who deserves all the marks and accolades and who also does not use social media like me and JJ, you can also subscribe to our buddy Noah at Instagram and Twitter and on YouTube at mfoster1916, primarily on X and YouTube, mfoster1916, for all prediction leagues for WWE, TNA, and AEW, and New Japan he might be starting up. Go check that out if you want to know everything going on when it comes to prediction league updates, and also follow him on Facebook at Noah Foster. Please go support our boys here at the Simply Reliable Studios, the only SRS in professional wrestling that matters.
I feel weird throwing that tagline out, knowing that DJ is so cool with them.
He knows my feelings, and we'll just leave it at that. So with that being said,
thank you guys for joining us and tuning in for today's episode of NWA Powerrr Watch Along that we did. We greatly appreciate it. We appreciate the support, and I'm sure the NWA appreciates the support as well.
Yes.
You can always find NWA Powerrr streaming live every Tuesday, 6:05 Eastern, 3:05 Pacific on X for the weeks where we do not cover it. But we will be back once we find out that they will be airing the steel cage match between Tiffany Nieves and Natalia Markova, for sure, to give the next chapter of their rivalry.
Amen. Looking forward to it.
With that being said, until Thursday, when we'll be back here for our TNA Impact Watch Along for the Heatman James Hebert, I am the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams, thanking y'all for tuning in, and we will catch you all next time.
See you guys for... Oh, wait. I forgot. That's not the right TNA event. I was trying to do like a... Hey, this is what we got next week. And I forgot it's not the actual event. Big-ass botch. It wouldn't be a James Hebert production without at least one of those. So there you go.
Damn it, James, you freaking idiot.
Yeah, there it is.